Yo, what's on guys, Rank here. Hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. So in today's video, I'll be doing a copper drop NFT edition. This is something that I haven't seen done in this space yet. The market's still all over the place, pretty much in shambles right now, so I wanted to try something new. So I was like, hey, why not give it a try, switch some things up, man. And today we got special guests. We got Steezy. Steezy's one of my homies and honestly an absolutely insane alpha caller, but I'm just gonna let him introduce himself a little bit. So Steezy, say what's up, man.
Alright, so I'm basically a alpha caller, trader, whatever we'd call one of those.
So make sure you guys go check him out in the description box down below, man. He's been absolutely killing it, making insane calls. And if you haven't already, man, while you're down there, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, man. It really does help me out a lot. If you are not aware already, basically how this copper drop works is we're gonna go through a list of like 5 projects. And basically we're gonna say what we think of the project and if it's gonna be a short-term copper drop and then a long-term copper drop. So without further ado, let's get straight into episode 1 of Copper Drop NFT edition.
And here we go.
Alright, so for the first project, we have Transdimensional Foxes and Famous Fox Federation. Since literally last summer, I've been talking about how undervalued these were in the live streams as well as in the Patreon. They've brought in insane utilities that allow the Solana ecosystem to use as a whole. Some of these utilities are like the raffles, which have been absolutely popping off again, as well as like bulk listers, bulk senders, things like that. And they also have a really solid staking platform for their token Foxy. I really do think that the chests and the staking missions are super sick. This project is for sure one of the best builders on Solana. And when it comes to copper drop short term, although I do think they're a great project, I don't see a lot of price action that's worthwhile at this price range. So short term may not be a move, but long term, I definitely see a lot of potential with these. And you're going to hear me saying this a lot, but with degods and youths leaving the Solana ecosystem, I do think that Foxes have a very, very good chance to fight for a top spot on Sol. So long term is definitely a cop, no doubt. But let me know, Steezy, copper drop, what are you thinking about the Foxes?
As a whole, it's pretty good space. They release a bunch of utilities basically every month. I'm not too sure, I'm not in the Discord, I haven't checked in a while. But yeah, it's just really good what they're providing. I think 6 or 7 utilities right now just for free for anybody to use, stuff like that. So overall, really bullish on that.
All right, so short term and long term, man, what are you thinking, cop or drop?
Short term, no. Short term, to be honest. Long term, yes. My reason for short term, no, is I don't think they're releasing anything new in the next 2 weeks. I could be wrong, I'm not sure. Long term, I think they'll do just fine. Right now we're in a bear bull market, easily over 100 sold.
Next project up, man, we have OK Bears. This is another project I think has insane potential in the coming year. IMG is huge and can really take them to that next level. The only thing is that really scares me with Bears is the lack of utility that they have. I just don't know if it's a lack of research on my part since I'm not really paying attention to the project like that, but I feel like they're not doing much at the moment. But I do feel like they have some really big things planned for the new year, so that's why I'm pretty bullish on them. We have yet to see that collab with IMG come into play yet, and when it does, I think these will absolutely rip. So when it comes to copper drop, we did see these run from like that 40 range all the way to 80, and recently they drawn back to around that 70 mark. I definitely do think that these will hit 100. For me, it's more so when than if. So short term and long term, I will say cop. Again, Steezy, let me know, what are you thinking about the Bears?
Cop. I love low-key Bears. I held one just a few weeks ago. I had to sell it, bought some ABCs, flip that. But yeah, OK Bears probably has one of the biggest treasuries in Solana. They converted basically most of the mint funds to USD back when Solana was 100. And so far they just haven't done much, but I think there's just something about them that can shoot them back over 100. Partnerships with IMG. IMG is connected to tons of companies all over the world and stuff like that.
Love to hear it. So let us know, short-term, long-term copper drop, what do you think of Steezy?
I feel like 2023 they might release something new with IMG and I think they just hired some new guy from some Marvel Studios. I'm not sure the name, and I think they might release something early 2023 with IMG and stuff like that, which could potentially make these pump. I don't know, maybe 80 plus soon. I'm not sure, could be wrong. But yeah, I would definitely pick one up. Under 50 should be a pretty good entry.
All right, so next project up, we have the Jelly ecosystem. That's including rascals, dogs, game rooms, etc., etc. And again, I think this ecosystem as a whole is going to absolutely rip this coming year. I do think that between the Jelly ecosystem and ABCs will be 2 projects and ecosystems that are fighting for that #1 spot on Solana when degods leave. I've called these so many times in the Patreon from like 50 to 100. Saw them run all the way to 120 recently and recently draw back to sub 100 again. If you guys have been watching the streams recently, you should know how bullish I am on the Jelly ecosystem, man. Do not fade that boy Carlos, man. I'm super bullish on Jelly ecosystem. I'm looking to cop more. I'm holding one from like 50. And ever since he has derugged, he's done an absolutely insane job in the project. He has done nothing but deliver in the Jelly ecosystem as of late. So short term and long term, man, easy cops for me, no doubt. Short term, there's definitely been price action. As you see, they ran to 120 recently with a drawback to 90. There's definitely a good chance to cop and make a quick play. And then even long term, man, I was saying that these could do 200 plus easily. But Steezy, man, you already know how I'm feeling about Jelly Rascals, man. What are you thinking copper drop?
Definitely buy one if you could. If you have the liquid, if you're not worried about it long term, buy one. Short term, I would not if you're putting a lot of your liquid in there. But yeah, I was looking at them at 8 SOL, fumbled, 20 SOL, fumbled, bought 2 at 60 SOL, flipped those, or 50 SOL, flipped those at 65. And yeah, it's overall bullish because they also have their casino releasing, I think, sometime next month, if not sometime next week, which you easily make these go over 100.
So for the Jelly ecosystem, Steezy, let me know what you thinking. Copper drop short term and long term.
Both, yeah. Short term, long term, both should be really good actually. I wouldn't be worried about that. If you get in under 70, 60, perfect. Just leave it there for a few months, come back, well over 100.
Next project up, we have Claynosaurs, man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about this project. They kind of launched when I was in my little break. I do know that the Claynosaurs ecosystem as a whole has seen some really good price action recently. The Claynosaurs project itself hit a new all-time high recently, as well as the Claymakers moved as well. But again, I'm not gonna lie, I have not done my due diligence on the project, so I'm gonna let Steezy handle this one. Steezy, let me know.
So far, the community looks actually really good on Twitter. They're still posting daily. They did have their airdrop of the what is it called, Claymakers, which was a free airdrop. I'm selling for 80 SOL, and yeah, it just looks really bullish, more of a longer term play. It seems like an IP play as well. I'm not really sure what they're cooking besides an IP play, really.
All right, so you're saying more long-term cop, short-term probably not?
Yeah, more of a long-term play.
Last but not least, man, we have Liberty Square. I feel like I've been calling this project for decades now. They recently released their Holiday Magical Days collection. The scrolls ran to almost 20 SOL a couple of days ago. Steezy and I have literally been calling Liberty Square sub 10 for the past few months now. So if you're not the Patreon, man, I don't know what you're doing. We're still making insane gains during the bear. But from around that 18-ish range, these did have a recent drawback to around 15. So short term, I know they did just release their Magical Days collection. So I don't know if they have really anything big in the next month to announce. So this could potentially be an accumulation phase. Even at 15, I wouldn't buy in necessarily. So for me, it's going to be more so a drop at the moment for short term. But long term, I definitely do see a lot of potential with Liberty. This team is super active. They have a great community and they're constantly building. So definitely long term, I think these hit 20 plus again easily. But my boy Steezy, man, what do you think about the squirrels? Let me know, man.
It's probably one of the best top 5 Solana projects, not all time, but probably at the current time. I did pick some up at around 1 SOL, flip those at 18. But yeah, just overall, it has probably the best community on Solana for such a cheap price of 10 SOL. And yeah, they did release actually their Magical Days, which is the free mint for holders that were staked. And those were selling for anywhere from 1 SOL up to 30 SOL, I think was the highest one, not sure. Yeah, I would definitely get your hands on one of those if you could. I think bull run or bull market, these do possibly go back over 20, 30. Would not surprise me anytime soon.
So what you thinking, man? Short term, long term cops, just short term, just long term? Let me know.
Hard to say. I think short term might be a little bit iffy because I don't think if they're releasing anything just yet. I think long term, like Q2 might be the play for these.
And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. Again, thank you so much to Steezy for coming on. Make sure you check out his Twitter in the description box down below, man. He's been making insane calls. The YouTube is still TBD, man. I've been trying to press him to get it started, man. But hopefully we'll see you soon. If you want access to my calls as well as Steezy's insane calls, man, make sure you click the link in the description and join the Patreon. For as little as $3 a month, we've still been making insane gains. In the past months, I've called ABC at sub 40, Jelly Rascals at 50, called Dual Bots at 18, and Steezy's been making insane quick flips as well. So if you need help making some money in this bear, man, don't hesitate to join down below. Little as $3 will making you hundreds. And again, like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's really appreciated, man. But with that being said, it's been Ranked, and I'm out.